Okay, so this is basically what we're going to be covering tonight. I'm going to go like this. I was going to do it as a slideshow, but I realized that at some point I might actually go on Facebook to show you exactly what I mean, so I'm going to basically stay on that level. Okay, so setting up a Facebook page for forever. It's very much what I'm going to do tonight is particularly for forever. Okay, if you actually have another business, if you have another center of interest and you want to actually do a Facebook page about electric trains or about your trips to Chile, then that's absolutely fine. But here we are going to be talking primarily about how to make the most of the Facebook business page facilities that are offered by Facebook. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about first is, why would you like to have a Facebook page instead of just basically promoting your business just on your timeline? Okay, now what you need to understand is when you actually have a Facebook page, you basically are in total control of your content. While when you actually post onto your timeline as a post, well, for a start, you end up getting lots and lots and lots and lots of. Where is the link for this webinar?
No, I was trying to find it.
It's on. Sorry, excuse me, guys. It's on the Global Team Facebook page. It's the same. It's the same link as every single other Sunday night. Sorry, apologies for that. We've got some people struggling to get on the call tonight. Okay. What you do is you basically, when you're on your timeline, when you have your own Facebook account, you've actually gathered lots and lots of friends. Okay. Well, those friends, they are people who are interested to be friends with you because they want to know about your cats, they want to know about your kids, they want to know about your holidays, they want to know about, what it is that makes you friends with them. If they are business friends, business contacts, they want to know about, your life, etc. That's why they are friends on Facebook. Okay? They don't accept your friend request, or they don't send you a friend request suddenly to get absolutely bombarded with information about forever business opportunity posters or products. And the difference between a Facebook page and a timeline is your Facebook page, you will basically get people liking your Facebook page. And the minute when they actually like your Facebook page, they are self-qualifying as a receptive audience. Suddenly, because they liked it, they agree to actually receive it. So they are much, much more of a target audience that actually volunteered to the acceptation of receiving the information you're going to be passing on. And what I would always recommend you do is you do not use your timeline as a billboard for your forever products or your forever opportunity. You need to actually avoid as much as possible to promote your business in your timeline. What you need to do with your timeline is to promote your lifestyle, to promote the fact that you're having a great amount of fun. Now, every single time you go to a meeting, every single time you use one of the products, if you want to take a selfie and actually say, oh, I'm at a forever event today, what a great day I've just had, or, oh, thank goodness I had my algae before I went to the gym, I felt absolutely amazing, that's different. That's you just basically in your lifestyle taking a selfie or whatever and then promoting what your life is. What you shouldn't be doing is posting a top 10 reasons why people should be drinking aloe vera, or the 75 different nutrients in aloe vera, or putting on your timeline an advert saying, join my team, forever is great, join my team, you need to come on board. This is not what your timeline means like. Why? Because the people who have become friends with you, that didn't request that information, you are basically throwing mud at the whole world out there without even knowing if the people would be receptive or not. So keep your timeline for your friends and actually use it very subtly to promote yourself, promote your lifestyle, promote your business, promote your products, but in a very subtle way. Okay? Another reason why you should have a Facebook page versus your timeline is the fact that you are only limited to 5,000 friends as sort of a member of Facebook, but you have unlimited amount of likes available if you have a Facebook page. Now you might think, well, I'm probably never going to get to 5,000 friends. Well, actually, as your business grows, you will find that very quickly that number reaches itself extremely quickly, especially if you use your timeline in order to attract prospects. And that's the difference. You don't want to actually use your timeline to attract prospects. You would rather your prospect to like your Facebook page, because if they do, then they're going to receive relevant information, and they will, if they are prospects of yours, they will be a lot more interested in receiving information about your business and your products than actually receiving information about your cats or your holidays. Okay? Now, when you also have a Facebook page, what you have the opportunity to do is to be able to boost your posts. And if you boost your post, you can actually reach out to a much, much, much larger audience than if you were actually posting something on your timeline. Your timeline will probably, the post you put on your timeline will be seen by between 15 and 35% of your actual friends. Okay? When you actually have a post on your business page, usually between 15 and 25% of your likes will actually see it. So in terms of proportion, it's fairly similar, but you have the opportunity with a Facebook page to boost those posts, which means you can then suddenly reach out to thousands and thousands, or even, depending on how much you pay Facebook for it, hundreds of thousands of people who could actually see your post. And I'm going to come through it in a few minutes. Okay? Another thing which is an advantage of having a Facebook page to promote your business compared to your timeline is you get access to analytics. The analytics will actually detail the amount of engagement there is on your page, the amount of reach that each post is getting. So you know how many people have actually had the opportunity to see that post. That doesn't mean everybody has actually looked at it, but it has appeared in the newsfeed of X amount of people, and it gives you an idea that actually most of those people will have seen it. It obviously tells you about your likes and about the evolution of your likes, and maybe what kind of post is generating more views and more likes and more shares and more comments, etc., etc. So you get access to analytics, which you don't tend to get as a timeline. Another thing which is important is you are in total control of the content that will be seen by people who visit your page, because you are the one posting the information. So when somebody comes to your page, every single bit of information that will appear on your page, you're in control of this. However, when somebody goes onto your profile page, which is your linked to your timeline, well, if actually somebody has posted on your profile page something silly, a friend of yours just made a joke or posted something which could be very, very funny, but not necessarily be particularly great in a business sense. Well, that person, when they're going to start to go down through your timeline on your profile page, they might actually see lots and lots of things that you would rather them not to see. Okay? Or, for example, if you went onto my timeline today, you will probably see that the first 20 posts are probably regarding the rugby game yesterday afternoon, because I'm obviously a big rugby fan and France was playing against England. I had loads and loads of interaction with my friends about this. Well, actually, if a prospect came to my personal profile today, they would see absolutely nothing business-like for at least another 20 posts. While if they go to my business page, everything is under control. So this is why you have much, much more control when you have a Facebook page compared to your timeline or your personal profile. Okay? And finally, the last advantages of having a Facebook page compared to your timeline is you can actually use your timeline to personally boost your Facebook page, but you can't do the other way around. So you can actually double the impact of the Facebook page by using your own timeline, and I will show you how it works later on. Okay? So I hope that makes quite a lot of sense. If you've got questions, please do interrupt me. I don't always have the possibility to look on the chat board while I'm doing the presentation, as you can imagine. Okay, next page. Okay. Before you even create your business page, you need to be very, very clear on a few things. I know this is a little bit like teaching how to suck eggs, but you need to know what your page is going to be for. Is it going to be a page about the forever products? Is it going to be a page that is going to be about the business opportunity? Or is it a page that could be about maybe promoting yourself as a business person? Those are the three main categories I would think of for a business page in forever. Now, you've got subcategories in each one of them, but basically these are the three main key areas in which you will want to create a business page. what I would recommend you don't do is to create one that encapsulates all three. The clearer you are in your message, the better it's going to be in your engagement, in your interactions, and basically in the results you will get. So if you actually want to promote your products on Facebook, then create a product Facebook page. If you want to really promote the business opportunity, create a business opportunity page. But don't mix both. Yes, throughout the product page, once in a while you might want to talk a little bit about the opportunity. But if you actually decide to create the opportunity, don't do a top 10 reasons why people drink aloe in your business opportunity page. You know, keep the message very, very coherent and logical on your pages. Okay? Before you create a page, it's also quite important for you to start collecting stories, ideas, testimonials, pictures, videos. So become a collector. You know, I realize today that when I'm on Facebook, I'm hardly on Facebook to check out what's happening out there. I'm on Facebook on the look for information that I could actually find useful to share, to take, to pass on, to use. Pictures, videos, and I've completely changed the way I see Facebook now. I see it as a business tool, not as a toy. And the minute when you decide that Facebook is going to become a business tool for your forever business, you can no longer use it as a toy. And I know for you it might be difficult. So what I would suggest you do is you create a separate account. Because if you want to actually carry on doing your Farm Saga games and then publishing your results on Facebook, then that is not going to be professional, and that is actually going to reflect very badly on yourself. So what I would say is the minute when you decide that Facebook becomes a business tool, you need the whole of your interactions on Facebook should be absolutely coherent, clear. You should it should all be very positive. So no more moaning, no more oh, I'm so tired this morning I couldn't get up. No more games. None of that nonsense. You know, just make sure no more. If you want to post a joke on your news feed, that's absolutely fine, but make sure it's actually not offensive to anyone. That's something you need to actually keep in mind, that everything you post is going to be seen by some people that could be actual prospects. So make absolutely sure that you're respecting those rules, and start using Facebook as a place where you can go and find ideas and share things, provided they are relevant. Okay. Another thing that I would recommend people do when they actually decide they want to have a Facebook page is to choose a really good name for that page, but ideally also get yourself a matching domain name that you will be able to have a website associated to that Facebook page, because the whole of your identity will be under that name. I will give you a couple of examples later on what Claire and I have been doing. But this works unbelievably well if you have that identity, if people know who you are, where to find you, etc. It works fantastic on business cards, and it's brilliant when you start sending links left, right, and center. Okay? So if you actually have managed to get yourself a good name and a matching domain name, those of you who don't know what a domain name is, just ask. If I can't see anybody asking, then I will assume everybody knows what a domain name is. But you know, for £2.98 for 2 years, you can actually get yourself a .co.uk name. For about £20 for 2 years, you can actually get yourself a .com name. But basically, for Claire and I, just to give you an example, we created a Facebook page called Aloe by Forever, which is in the product section. What we do is we actually use it purely to promote, educate, and inform people about the power of aloe vera and the Forever Living products. We have also the aloebyforever.com website, which is basically just a domain name which actually is linked to our online site where people can actually, online store when people can actually buy the products. So we haven't created a website for it. We have just linked up that domain name to our online store provided to us by Forever. But basically the whole of our identity is Aloe by Forever. And say, for example, we go and do events in the future, I'd be very happy to create maybe some t-shirts which will be called allobyforever.com or that sort of thing. So people get the whole identity linked up to the Facebook page as well as to the website. If you can, get yourself a logo or actually find a picture that will become the symbol of that particular identity. Okay? So, you know, before you just create a web page, there is quite a lot of things to start thinking about. You don't just go out there, create page, start filling up the thing. If you do that without thinking a little bit about it beforehand, you're going to basically get it more wrong than right straight away. And then it's going to be harder for you to rectify things once everything has already started to be posted. Okay? So how do you create a page? Well, for those of you who've already done it, that's obviously teaching how to suck eggs. But basically, on the left-hand side of your Facebook newsfeed, you have your favorites and your page and your groups, etc., that appear on the left-hand side. Well, you're going to see that in the page section, you've got a little button saying Create a Page. So when you create a page, it will take you to the next page, which is basically the one where you have a choice between 6 different categories in order for you to create a page. So it could be local, business, and pub and place. It could be company, organization, or institution. It could be brand or products, artist, band, and public figures, in entertainment, or causes and community. Now, in my view, if we're going to be looking at creating a product page, what you should be going for is brand or product section. So you click on the brand and product section. And inside the brand and product section, you're going to see there's a little drop down where you've got loads and loads of different choices of types of brands or products, and you need to choose health and beauty. That's very much the section we're in. There's another section that could be relevant, which is called vitamins and supplements. So if you wanted to do a very, very specific page purely maybe on the RG or things like this, then you could be using the supplements and vitamins. But for most of our products, I would definitely keep in health and beauty. If you want to do a business opportunity page, I would definitely choose the section called local, business, or place, because at the end of the day, there's no other things. I've been looking into cause and community, but that's very much for charities, and it would completely be irrelevant. So very much the one you need to look into is local, business, or place. And then in the local, business, or place, there are three possibilities for you to choose from. You can either go for local business, for business services, or for professional services. All the other ones don't seem to be very relevant. I don't think it has a major importance, but it's definitely something that you need to choose in order to actually launch the process. If you wanted to do a self-promotion page, and self-promotion page, I mean, it's a page that's really going to be all about you and all about selling yourself to the general public out there, then you would definitely need to go into the, obviously not artist and band, but public figure, which is here, the one on the bottom left. And the public figure, you've got a choice between, you know, artist, blah, 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 blah. Well, what you should be doing is either choosing business person or entrepreneur. Those are the two ones which are the most relevant for you. So once you've actually identified the type of Facebook page you want to do, and you start creating it, and you've chosen the right section to be in, sorry, what's going on here? Okay, now let's see what's going to happen for each one of your pages. Okay, if you decide you want to do a product page, you need to have a strategy. You need to know what you're going to want to achieve. What is the point of that particular page? Is it just going to be a page to educate and inform people about the benefits of Allo and of our products? Or maybe telling them the kind of benefits that they could actually get from such and such product? Right? Is it going to be a page which will primarily be about testimonials and telling success stories about those products? Or is it going to be a page where you're going to actually decide to go very much into a specific market, such as maybe weight management, sports and fitness, or cosmetic, makeup? You know, you could actually really go, or animals. There's been quite a lot out there which are primarily targeting the animal market. So whatever you want, you can actually do a subdivision of all our markets and create a page which is purely about this particular niche within all the markets that we deal with. Or is your strategy primarily to be the entrance of what we call a sales funnel that will actually lead people to a website and buy from you online, or buy locally, refer them towards you if they are local to you, and sell locally. But obviously, if you start to go as a sales Facebook page, you need to understand that people could actually buy nationally and potentially even internationally if you do that. That could be very much the number one objective of your Facebook page. We've got 2 Facebook pages which are exactly for that particular reason. But basically, you need to be very, very, very clear. Why? Because if you're very clear, you will need to have a very appropriate call to action. I hope all of you have actually heard about what a call to action is, but basically every single post that you put onto your product page should be followed by a call to action. That could be visit www.allobuyforever.com to place your order or to learn more, or that sort of things. Or it could be contact me by private message if you want more information. Whatever it is, you need to have a call to action, and that call to action needs to be perfectly in coherence with the strategy that you have in place and what you've decided your website main objective is. Okay, I would always recommend in a page that when you post on your page to always have at least a picture. If not a picture, use a video when possible, but never just leave text. Why? Because you've got 60% more chances for a post to be read if it has a picture, and I think it's well above 90% chances more when actually there is a video. And what you want is for your post to be seen. Also, if it's just text, that will even decrease the amount of people to whom the post will be sent in the newsfeed. If you have a video, it will be greatly increased. So always make sure that you have either a picture or a video. It makes lots of sense. And if you're going to be talking about products, make sure you got product videos or product pictures of that particular product, but also of maybe a plant of aloe, or somebody, if it's about arthritis, maybe a nice little diagram about somebody's knee with arthritis, that sort of things. It always works much better. Okay, the internet is full of the information that you have. You just need to be constantly on Google Images, and you'll find the right pictures for you. Okay. What I would recommend you do is you never share other people's posts or pages. Why? Because when you actually, let's just say somebody like Angela Lochlan or Jane Leach posts something on Facebook about a product or a testimonial, something like that, and you think, what a brilliant thing, I'm going to actually share this in my Facebook page. So you press share, you select that it's coming from your Facebook page and not on your timeline, and then basically you say, oh, brilliant stuff, and you press send. Guess what? That person's name or that person's page gets tagged and is actually at the very start of the post. And if the person really likes the post, there's about 50-50 chance they're going to come back to you, 50-50 chance they're actually going to come back to them. And they have no idea who that lead come from. And the chances are they could actually get some business or signed up somebody who actually was a recipient of your post in the first place. So what you do is you copy the text and create a brand new post. You might want to put the first name of the person, but you do not put the whole of their name so they are traceable and the person can actually join with them or buy from them. You want to make sure that the whole of your post has been done by you and not by somebody else. Okay, very, very, very important. You need ideally to brand everything using your website. So what Claire and I do is when we actually post on our website, on our Facebook page, we always take a couple of minutes to take the picture we want to post and add, using Publisher or any other publishing software, we actually put www.allobuyforever.com sort of encrypted within the page. That has 2 impacts. First, it obviously identify your post as your own brand. It makes lots of sense in terms of visual identity and so on. But most importantly, if somebody else ends up sharing your post, then regardless, your website will follow that post with your being encrypted on the picture. So it takes 20 seconds to actually sort that out, but it could actually end up having your photo with your website being circulated over the internet and some people coming back to you that way. And finally, if you want to go for a product page, always remember that facts tell, stories sell. So it's great to actually explain the 75 nutrients in aloe vera gel, or some very, very simple facts on some of the products. But telling actually a story or getting a testimonial will actually be a lot more powerful. Conscious of the time, so I'm going to carry on quickly. Now we move on to, if you have a business opportunity page. There again, you need to have a very clear strategy before you get started. Are you going to use forever in the name? Are you going to make sure that everything that you post is branded with the word forever? Or are you going to actually keep it away from forever altogether? Like when you actually post, you're not going to mention it's forever, because what you're going to want is to collect leads and to make sure that you then send them a link to a video that will then tell them it is forever. In my recommendation, that's what I would do. I would definitely go for a not branded business opportunity page, where you're going to basically be talking about a great opportunity, talking about the company, talking about the opportunity, talking about the products, but not using the word forever. I think it's very, very important. And this is when you actually are particularly aiming at collecting leads, collecting requests for online video link, collecting requests for online business presentation links, or getting private message so people can find out more what it is, and then you can then send them the link to whatever it is that you feel you want to send them at that stage. But you need to be very, very, very clear on what it is that you want to achieve. My recommendation is not branding, and just basically promote the lifestyle, promote the income, promote the cars, promote the trips away, etc. But do not put forever too much in view. Once in a while, you could actually put sort of a picture of you at a business presentation or something like that, but not making it too obvious. And once again, make your call to action very, very clear. If you want to send somebody a link to an online video of yourself, say for example, Ian this week has just recorded hers and posted it. Well, if you want to actually send them a link to a landing page with your own video on, then make it clear that what that's what they need to request. Okay. If you want to receive a private message, make sure your call to action is, the next step for you is to private message me right now, and you put your name available. Okay, so once again, the call to action needs to be very, very clear. If we're talking about the self-promotion page, the areas that you need to promote are very much about your lifestyle, your leadership, your values, and your success. Okay, so if you are at, say, assistant supervisor, you've just started the business, you might find that you might not necessarily feel comfortable just yet to actually create a self-promotion page to actually, tell all about your achievements and your leadership. I would say I'm not saying fake it until you make it, because we're not here to actually fake anything, but it's all about the way it's going to be perceived. Okay, and the idea really is for you to promote yourself and to edify yourself by, in particularly at the beginning, show off your lifestyle. Make them absolutely green with envy, keeping in mind that while you're building your business from home, they are at work and they hate what they do. Leadership, you don't even need to have 10 people in your team to have leadership. From the moment when you've got one or two, that's actually enough for you to say that you can actually start to talk about your team, because you have a team. Okay? If you don't have yet a team, make sure you get a team first and then start your leadership portrait. Values, people will actually join because you share the same values. And, what you need to realize is the number one reason why people are going to join your team is you. The second reason why people are going to join your team is for the upline support which will be provided. The third reason why people are going to join your team is because of the upline support. The training provided. So the first one is you, second is upline support, third one is training. When you actually have a self-promotional page, remember those in the right order, and those are the things that you need to promote. Company literature comes at number 9 in the top 10 reasons why people join. management team of the company comes at number 10. You do not need to talk about these sort of things because these are not the things that people are going to join for. People are going to join because of you. They're going to join because of the kind of support you give to your team, your leadership, and also because of the quality of the training you're actually passing on to your team. So get yourself a selfie when you're doing a webinar. Get yourself a selfie when you are in front of a webinar. And now all you say is, you know, it's amazing to have these kind of trainings with the team every Sunday night. If you use that, it's incredible to see the amount of training my team is getting every Sunday night, and you take a picture of you in front of a computer in front of a webinar, well, you're not saying anything wrong, you're not lying, but actually the assumption is the person who's looking at you think you might be the one training your team. You know, if that's what they assume, let them assume that. You know, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of things that we've done recently that have had amazing results. Particularly people that we know have got back from those particular pictures that we've taken, and we didn't lie. We just basically put a sentence and let people assume. Very, very important. If you can, obviously make sure that you have loads and loads of pictures of yourself. It could be selfies. It could be asking people to take pictures of you with your team, maybe with the leaders in the business, with leaders in general. If you happen to bump into Richard Branson in London, then make sure that you actually get a picture with him, that sort of things. Make sure you are surrounding yourself with successful people, that you portray yourself into very, very great lifestyle type situations. It could even simply be taking selfies of you and your children when you are in the countryside at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when everybody's actually at work. Film yourself. Take yourself little short videos. Project yourself as a leader, as somebody who knows, as an expert in his field, as somebody who knows what he's doing. And through your self-promotion page, you can also discreetly and subtly promote your forever business or your products. Exactly like I mentioned earlier, it could be like, gosh, big day today. Oh, I'm glad I've got my pollen tablets to keep me going all day. And you take your selfie with you popping up 3 tablets of pollen, and you've got the packaging of the pollen next to your face with a big smile on your face. That sort of things. That's a subtle promotion of the products. Business opportunity. It could be you taking a selfie of yourself at the business presentation and saying, "This is so awesome that every single week we are sharing this amazing opportunity to so many people." Bingo. You know, that's just you having told that the business opportunity is awesome, but you're not pushing it down their throat, if you know what I mean. Because people who will have liked your promotional page actually like that page because of you, so you don't want to actually be too heavy-handed on the business opportunity at that level. Otherwise, they're going to unlike you. Okay? So, the name of the game is to get likes. How do you get likes? Well, you get likes by putting some really relevant content. You get likes by inviting your friends to start with liking your page. What I would always recommend you do is you do not get forever friends to like your page. I know it would help bumping up the numbers fairly quickly, but that means you're going to basically be targeting an audience which is totally and utterly irrelevant for what you have to promote. People who are in forever, they're not going to join your team. People who are in forever, they're not going to buy your product. So why would you actually market yourself to them? Make sure that you only market yourself to people who could be prospects or customers or people who in the long term could be both. Okay? The only people that I would actually accept or send an invitation to like my own pages are people I'm closely working with, especially my team. And that's particularly so they can actually see the kind of things that we do. Ask your friends to promote your page on their timeline. You know, that's an amazing, amazing way. They can actually either put a link of your page on their timeline saying, this is my friend's new page, go and check it out, it's brilliant. Or they can even, if they go onto your personal page, they can actually send personal invitations directly to people to actually like your page. That is the most powerful way of generating some likes. I met a lady who runs a charity called Breakthrough Breast Cancer on, I think it was on Tuesday last week. I went home on Tuesday afternoon and I actually went onto their Facebook page and actually asked every single lady that was in my friends list, and I've got over 800 friends on Facebook, so that's probably about 400 people, asked individually 400 people to like their page. And I think that just thanks to me, they've had 56 new likes just this week alone. Okay? What would your page look like if you had 56 new likes between now and the end of next week? I mean, that would be incredible. Okay? So ask your friends to promote your page. Ask your friends to invite their friends to like your page. Brilliant. If you manage to do that, phenomenal. If you have a post that works really, really well with a very strong, powerful call to action, and you think this is really a great, great post, boost it. Identify the target market you want that post to be for, and you can actually start boosting your post for less than £3 with Google. You know, for three to £4, you can extend the reach of that post to up to 10,000 people. Okay, that means 10,000 people could potentially have your post in their news feed. Whether they're going to look at it, whether they're going to like it, whether they're going to comment it, that's different. It will depend on how good the post is. But if you've got a very powerful post and you want to promote it, you know, boost it. And by boosting it, you might end up getting maybe 10, 20, 30 new likes on your page straight away. And the way you're going to get some new likes is by interacting and engaging. The more interaction happens on your page, the more that page is going to be appearing as important to Google. The more important it appears to Google, sorry, not to Google, to Facebook. The more important it appears on Facebook, the more people are going to basically get those posts of yours put on their news feed. And finally, the key word is conversion. What you're going to want is to have more and more and more and more likes, but you just simply don't want to have likes. You want likes, but you also want people who are going to buy your products or going to be basically requesting some information about your business. So you need to find a way in your call to action, in your content, in your posts, to actually make sure that you end up getting a good conversion rate. And if at every single one of your posts you manage to get 1 or 2 new likes, and every couple of posts you end up getting somebody buying from you online or somebody requesting some information about the business, then you will have a very, very healthy Facebook page. The last tip I'm going to give you before I let you go, I know it's 9:10, I'm a little bit later than I thought it was going to take, is before you start inviting your friends on Facebook. Now, are we okay for time? Are you okay if I carry on for a couple more minutes? I'm going to change, and I'm actually going to go and show you my Facebook Direct. I hope you can all see that. But before you start inviting people, make sure that you have already pre-prepared a few posts on your page. So let me show you, for example, my Hello by Forever site. Okay, so we're on 106 likes. Okay, it's not huge, but you know, just this week alone, I think we've had 12 likes in the last few days. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Before we actually started to invite friends, and in order to invite friends, all you do is you basically you invite people by clicking invite next to their friends. So if you want to go to see all friends, you're gonna have a sort of a box appearing on your screen. I know it's a bit slow now because I'm doing too many things at once, but basically you've got a little box appearing in the middle of your screen, and you can actually invite every single one of your friends if you want to. Okay, and you click invite. I'm not going to ask Jan or Alison because they're already in forever. But basically what you do is, before you actually start inviting your first friends to actually like your Facebook page, make sure you've done at least 8 or 10 posts which are already there. So people, when they're going to go and have a look at your Facebook page, they will see some content and they will see what it's all about. Okay? Because if you actually haven't even posted one single post and you start inviting your friends to like your page, they are not going to understand what it's all about. Okay? Now, just to give you an example of what I was talking about, our page is called Hello by Forever. Our website is called hellobyforever.com. I took a picture the other day. I went to get some stock from Fulham on I think it was on Monday night or Tuesday night, and actually all those bottles, funnily enough, they were already sold by the time I went home. So I put like stock refurbished, big smile, oh, hold on, no, sorry, everything has already been sold. And then I put my website if you want yours. Always make sure you got your website. Now you can see I've got 106 likes, and yet this post has actually been seen by 234 people. And that's because I used a technique which is pretty simple, is as soon as I've posted this, I actually basically did exactly what I'm going to do that. I changed myself to Gilles Pelenc, which is my personal profile, and then I shared. So that post was not only on my Allo by Forever page, but it was also then shared on my newsfeed, on my timeline. And by doing that, I expanded quite dramatically the reach of the people who would see it. Okay, and we got a little bit of interaction on it, which was brilliant. Funnily enough, I had one of my friend on Facebook who saw this Monday night, and I met her on Friday at a networking event, and she asked me, she said, oh, you seem to have quite a lot of berry nectar in your cupboard. I need 2 bottles. Do you think you could actually get them to me by this evening? And I actually ended up delivering her this afternoon because she knew she had seen the post. So that's basically how it can work. I sold 2 berry nectars just because of somebody seeing this post. I mentioned the fact that you should be sharing videos. Make sure you share videos, but if you share a video which is basically from forever, look, I even managed to actually get www.allobyforever.com on that video, and I've got this as well there. So, you know, it's doable to actually make sure that that video or that everything gets identified and branded with your name. Okay, I'm going to show you another page which is basically, if you need to go, you go, guys. It's recorded anyway. Another thing is, for example, Claire and I have a Forever Clean 9 and Fit weight management page. 283 likes. Okay, I'll come back to that one first. But look, posted a video, still managed to get our website, which is clean9-fit.com, onto the video, so people can actually watch the video, but also it's got the link to our website. And even there, so meet our friend Rustin, blah, 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 blah. Here is why, and then you've got the link to the video. Just trying to find other posts. You know, in that one, we actually even put what we eat, but we try to always take pictures of ourselves, that sort of things. Okay, I've got a self-promotion page, and I'll just finish with that, so you can actually see that what I'm teaching, I'm actually doing. This is Gilles Pelenc, business person. This is all about. Oops, sorry. I clicked the wrong. This is all about personal promotion. And for example, it's when I'm training with my team, or even when I'm training with my team, I managed to actually get. It's not. Yeah, I was going to say, even when I train with my team, I managed to actually still put my website on the pictures that I'm promoting. We create our own. I took a great quote, found a great picture, but they're still my website. And this is important because these quotes, they go all over Facebook like crazy. People share those quotes. If they like a quote, they're going to share it, share it, share it. Now they don't realize that actually not only the quote is there, but there's also my website, and that quote could actually end up anywhere. Now the last thing I wanted to show you is, for example, there's a lady in the business called Lucy who has just in 3 years smashed the business. She's just bought herself the car of her dream, and she's got a great testimonial about everything she's done in the last 3 years. Now, what did I put? I actually didn't share her post. I actually copied a post, still managed to put my website at the bottom, kept the same pictures that she had put on her post, and at the top I put, this is the kind of stories that give me goosebumps and excite me every day to build my business with people like Lucy. Now, that doesn't mean that Lucy is in my team, and that doesn't actually even mean that I'm working closely with Lucy. I'm working with people like Lucy, and I'm really excited to be working with people like Lucy. but that actually is quite ambiguous, and if people want to assume that Lucy is in my team, then I'm letting them. And I've actually had several people this week coming back to me saying, oh my God, your business seems to be going so well, this is absolutely incredible what's happening within your team. Now, I'm not going to say, oh, hold on a second, she's not in my team. I'm just saying, yeah, no, business is great, thank you. And, this is how you create assumption. This is how you create an image. You portray yourself in a certain way. It's playing the game. It's basically, Facebook is a shopping window. And what you need to do is to make sure that you present in that shopping window everything that you can to make that window as appealing as possible to people to go into the store. That's exactly what a Facebook page is. And in my view, this is not what your timeline should be in your own personal thing. Like, it's the same. You've got here a picture taken last weekend, 2 weekends ago, at the January event. Now, within that picture, I think only 3 or 4 people are actually in my team. But what I've put is, what a team, so proud of everyone, what a brilliant weekend. The growth of this team in the coming month is going to be incredible. I've had people coming back to me saying, this was amazing, that the weekend you spent with your team. Now, I didn't say that everybody in this picture was in my team. If people want to assume that, that's their problem. What I know is they're realizing that we're having fun and that we're all getting on extremely well together. And that's really what the image I want to portray. So I hope this has been really helpful. I use PicMonkey. Yes, PicMonkey is a phenomenal tool to actually create montage of pictures that you can actually put 2 or 3 pictures next to each other so they look really good. This is what I used here, PicMonkey. I used it for that, for example, where you can put 3 pictures. They all look perfectly neat, perfectly nicely put together. It's a free, completely free service, and you can actually make great montage. I hope this has been helpful for you to have an insight on how you can actually use Facebook pages to actually build your business. Make sure that when you actually set up your business, you go through the whole process of setting it with the relevant information about the short description, the long description, choose yourself the right website, etc., etc. Make sure that everything is well complete. Choose pictures in your background that are exactly the kind of thing that want to be portrayed within your page. So if it's about products, put some logos, put some halo. If it's about, you've seen, for example, this is my one about self-promotion. If you want to have a look at the one on weight management again, so it's a bit slow, the weight management. Well, we still have ourselves because, people buy people anyway. But we also have the feed program at the back. If you want to have a look at Halo by Forever, Halo by Forever, big Halo, because that's what we're promoting. So make sure you choose nice pictures and everything gets identified that way. Okay? Hope it's been helpful to you. Any feedback would be great. Next weekend, we have a massive 2-day event for the QLS team. Hence, there will be no webinar on the Sunday night. The following Sunday is Easter Sunday, and we will have no webinar on that particular Sunday either. So this was the last webinar for the next 3 weeks. The next training will be on, let me think, it's going to be on Sunday the 12th of April. That will be the next one. If you guys have any questions whatsoever about the training tonight, which I have put very, very quickly in place, I wish I could have actually spent over an hour in doing it. Please don't hesitate to give me a call or to contact me through the Global Team Facebook page. It's been recorded. I'm very happy to process it and put it like last week on the Facebook page as well. And any questions, feel free to get back to me. Have a great week, great end of the month. There's still 9 days to go for March to make it a great, great month. Make sure you have your plans in place for the end of the month and for the whole of April, and that your 7-day activity plan is ready for the following 7 days. Guys, we see you in 3 weeks' time on the webinar, and hopefully we will see many of you at the 2-day event next week. Take care, guys. I'm stopping the recording.